Thank you for being with us on the program, Professor. There was a lot of disagreement on the wording of this document, as our correspondent mentioned there. What happens now moving forward if the U.S. does indeed not veto this time round?
Yeah, and this is one of the issues that we have to know, that USA, as you know, they vetoed actually one of the most important actually and significant resolution, which was last week or 10 days ago. And this time, I think United States of America, it's under pressure, under international pressure, and in the same times, the US exposed to a lot of criticism around the world. So they don't have to stop in the wording. They have to go forward for that, and the world is waiting for such resolution. And if that happen, I think it will be the first step towards ending this criminal war against the Palestinian people in Gaza.
But it's the negotiations happening in Cairo that will essentially determine a clear path forward, isn't it? And Hamas has been very firm on their stance, saying no hostages are going to be released without a ceasefire. How do you think the outcome of this UN resolution will reflect on those negotiations?
This is an excellent question. I think this is why Hamas in Cairo. This is why also the jihadists, the Jihad Islami, has been called to go to Cairo also. And I think there's a lot of discussions right now, negotiations between Hamas and Cairo and Qatar. And you know that also the Israeli and Qatar are discussing and negotiating with Qatari government and absolutely with and direct way with Hamas. I think something on the table right now, if that linked to what's happening right now with the Security Council, I'm sure something that will happen in the next 24 hours.
Looking at Israel's overall strategy of what it wants to see happen in Gaza, there are reports that it's asking the U.S. to pressure Egypt to take in Palestinians, which is a red line for Egypt. They've made it clear from the get-go, and for Jordan. But what happens if they continue to indiscriminately, relentlessly bomb the Strip, where it will be unlivable and the 2.3 million Palestinians there would be forced to cross the border?
Yeah, as you know, Israel is just following the strategy that they are pushing all of the Palestinians in Gaza Strip towards the south. And this is absolutely, it's going to be a bigger problem. It will be a big humanitarian crisis, even for the reputation of Egypt. So in any minutes, maybe the Palestinians, they will just cross the borders, and then it will be really a dilemma for the Egyptians. And in the same time, you mentioned Jordan. Jordan fear that if Egyptian's government allow the Palestinian to get in Sinai or to Egypt, then it could be applied to the West Bank. And this is one of the really a big problem for two countries, Egypt and Jordan. And this is why the both countries, they have to put more pressure over Israel government, and they have to talk with the Americans and the international community to stop such a strategy from the Israeli government.
We also heard from Hamas today call out to the Arab world saying that they should look out for Al-Aqsa. What's your thoughts on that?
This is one of the calls that even Hamas knows, that there is no Arab government it will move rather than Jordan. Jordan is just talking about actually Jerusalem, and there is a support from Turkey. Let's be honest here, but the other Arab country, Arab regimes, they don't care about that. The Al-Aqsa and Jerusalem is not anymore in the agenda and the political agenda of many of the Arab regimes, especially here in the region.
All right, Professor Al-Madi, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour and sharing that analysis with us. I appreciate it.